Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's a wonderful Thursday. Today is the 26th of November, 2020. We will be doing revision on Unit 8, Lesson 2, and our topic is adverbs of frequency. This can be found on your pupil's book on page 44, as well as your workbook on page 46. This is Miss Marlin, and I will be with you throughout today's revision. Here are the objectives for today's revision. Recall the vocabulary words, identify the different adverbs of frequency, and use the adverbs of frequency in a sentence. Let us match the word to the meaning. We are going to match the vocabulary words on the left to the meaning on the right. Number one, healthy. Healthy means letter E, in a good physical or mental condition or in good health. Number two, unhealthy means C, not having or showing good health. Number three, always means F, at all times. Number four, sometimes means B, from time to time. Number five, usually means A, what is happening typically or normally. And number six, never means D, not at all. Let us now recall the adverbs of frequency. So if we always use this adverb 100% or all the time or at all times, then we use always. For example, I always go jogging. But if you're going to jog or to do something else, 90% or 80%, it means just close to all the time, then we use often. For example, mom often reads newspaper. And if we do a certain thing half of the time or 50%, then we are going to say sometimes. We will use sometimes. For example, Cindy sometimes does revision. And if it's close to 50%, it's close to sometimes, then we can say we will use seldom. Like it's just 30% or 40%. For example, Team seldom sings karaoke. So probably Team just sings karaoke like 3 times in a week. And if we never do a certain thing at all, so it's 0%, then we say never. We're going to use never. For example, Bob never does sports. So in a week, for 7 days, Bob does not do sports at all. There you have it. These are the adverbs of frequency that we're going to focus on. It's always, sometimes, and never. Moving on to our discussion on adverbs. Where do we usually put these adverbs in a sentence? Is it at the beginning of the sentence, or at the end, or at the middle, Or is it before the verb, or after the verb, or after the subject? So we will know where to put the adverbs of frequency in a sentence correctly. Most adverbs go in mid-position between the subject and the verb. So first, of course, you have to put your subject. After the subject, then now we put the adverb, and then we put the verb. So it's subject plus adverb plus verb. For example, I always go to the cinema during the weekends. The subject is I, then we put the adverb always and the verb go. Next example, she often or usually eats lots of sandwiches. She is the subject, followed by the adverb often or usually, and followed by the verb eats. Next example, they really want a cake. So they is the subject, followed by the adverb really and the verb want. So the adverbs of frequency, we put them between the subject and the verb. However, when they are used with the verb to be or any other auxiliary verb, these adverbs go after the verb. So it will be your subject first, and then the auxiliary verb or to be verb. After that, we put the adverb. For example, she is always gossiping about her neighbors. Gossiping means talking about. So she is a subject, followed by the verb, the to be verb is. Then we put now the adverb always. Next, they will probably win the match. They is the subject, followed by the auxiliary verb will, then the adverb probably, and the verb win. Next, I have just recently arrived. So I is your subject, followed by the verb to be have, and your adverb just recently, and the verb arrived. Let us answer now this activity. Rewrite the complete sentence using the adverb in brackets in its correct position. Do this now, take your time. Click on pause and then click on continue if you are done, and then check your answers. Let us now check your answers. Number 1, he often listens to the radio. 2, they sometimes read a book. The third one, the adverb is never. Pete never gets angry. Next one, the adverb is usually. Tom is usually very friendly. Next, the adverb is sometimes. I sometimes take sugar in my coffee. Next one, the adverb is often. Ramon and Frank are often hungry. Next, the adverb is always. My grandmother always goes for a walk in the evening. Next one, the adverb is usually. Walter usually helps his father in the kitchen. And the last one, the adverb is never. They never watch TV in the afternoon. This ends the end of our revision for this week. Good luck on your exams, hugs and kisses and lots of love. I know you'll pass. I know you can do it. Study well.